afternoon and welcome to Monday on Bad Dog Comedy TV, live on YouTube and Ayaka's Kitchen. Now please welcome your host, Ayaka.
Hello! Hello! How are you, everybody? I missed you! Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Because we didn't have a show last week. Did you miss me? I hope you had a great day off from me. Today I'm with you. And today I have some Caribbean bread coming to my house. And it's a battle. Last time there was an Indian bread. None came over. It was like, knock, knock, who's there? None here. Who's not? None of your business. I was like, no other bread. Thank you. And then another time, roti came, and he was like, knock, knock. And I was like, who's there? And he was like, Roti here. And he was like, Roti is a nice boy. And I'm like, oh, I cannot fight with a nice boy, but you are rotting. You're rotten. You're rotting. I will still fight. Bread for life. Bread is the best. 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 Bye-bye. Bread is, again, toast making bad jokes. Like, not even funny. I'm so sorry. I need to train them to be funnier and come up with better puns. Today was not a good day for me. Not me. I mean, not a good day for toast. Did I reveal something? No, I shouldn't. Okay, hi, I'm Ayaka. Okay, toast and myself. It's nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. Never mind. So, okay. So today I have a really good friend. Really good friend coming over to Ayaka's Kitchen virtually, and I'm gonna have so much fun. And we're gonna talk a lot, and we're gonna eat, and I'm just like super excited. So I'm gonna just no wasting time. I'm gonna introduce him. Okay, Brandon.
Hey, hi, hello, hi. How you doing?
Hi, Brandon. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you for coming over. You know, Brandon, you are the one of the last people I have traveled with before pandemic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a special trip. We went to Africa together, and yeah, we had so much fun, and we had a stressful time coming back. But still, I'm so happy we spent that precious time together.
Oh, it was so much fun. I would absolutely love to go back to Africa with you, provided that the world is not on fire at that exact same time.
Yeah. Well, you know, it doesn't matter. Lockdown, pandemic, I'm still, you know, having a great time here with you. So yeah, I'm excited to have you here. And yeah, let's just get started. And I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions. So the first question is, tell us, like, what's your background? Tell us your background, please.
Yeah, so like a lot of Black Torontonians, or Black Canadians, but Black Ontarians, I suppose. I'm West Indian, and the specific West Indian heritage that I have is from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So that is an island that no one has heard of ever. But it's like close to, it's around Barbados and Trinidad, in an area that's sort of classified as the Lesser Antilles. So it's like fairly closer to South America than certain of the other like islands. I think Jamaica is way more north. Mm-hmm. And am I giving you? I feel like I'm giving you too much answer for.
No. This is perfect. Actually, I have to. How do you say? Admit that when you told me your mother and your father are from St. Vincent and Grenadines. I don't even know how to pronounce it. when you told me that, I thought your mother is from Saint Vincent, and then your father was from the Grenadines.
Oh
And
no.
I was like, oh, and then so I googled, and it's one island, main island, and then so many like small different islands.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
it shares with that it shares with Grenada, which is what they're named. They're named after. So and both my parents are actually just from the mainland. They're just from Saint Vincent. So Saint Vincent, effectively, they're just from Saint Vincent. But I have some like family from like the Grenadines and stuff like that.
Yeah, so many. I thought I worked on a cruise ship, so I thought I knew so many like islands from Caribbean, but there are so many other Caribbean islands like I did not know before, and it's so interesting. Like like it's different. They have even like I don't know, Cuba speaks different language, or like cultures different in each island. I'm sure you share lots of things as well, but each island is different. So tell us more specific about that culture.
Oh, sure. I mean, I'll do my best because my family's been here for a very long time, and I'm in this. I mean, I was born 3 blocks that way, so my ties to that background are starting to kind of wither away a little bit. But what I can say the difference is, or of the specificity of like Vincentian culture, is I guess to distinguish it from a lot of like very well known like. Because there's such a big Jamaican community in Toronto, to distinguish it from that particular culture. I mean, I think particularly with like the Lesser Antilles, like there's musically, I think there's a lot more like calypso and soca versus like with Jamaica, you have like soca and stuff like that, but you also have like reggae and stuff like that. So there's like a big sort of like musical divide, and different differences in like cuisine and stuff like that. So. And a lot of this is sort of like a superficial thing that I've had to observe as someone who was essentially born here, or literally born here. But I feel like there's a lot more. Like there's, I don't know, what are some other differences? I know there's like there's the Jamaican beef patty, which is like super popular and very ubiquitous here in Toronto, and then you get to sort of like. More southern islands in the Caribbean, you have something else that's called a patty, but it's not like a beef patty. It's not in that same sort of format. It sort of looks more like minced meat pies and stuff like that.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Like all the patties I know is like a pocket, I guess, because it's in Toronto. Jamaican cuisine is more common here, I guess. Yeah. Yes. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and then they're like different. There are different, like each island, as with any place, I guess, depending on the availability of particular resources. There's different like culinary things. With St. Vincent, I don't know a ton of like very specific St. Vincent dishes because I've ended up just eating a whole bunch of different types of Caribbean food that my mom would make. But yeah, but I know there's things like I've actually never had this, but a very, I think, big Vincentian like snack is like tree cake. Tree tree cake, like it's like a little. I've actually never had it before, which shows you how connected I am with my background. But there's that, and the national dish I know is like breadfruit and jackfish, I believe.
What? Say it again. Grapefruit?
Breadfruit and jackfish.
Breadfruit. What's breadfruit?
So breadfruit's like a sort of like it's basically a fruit that is sort of like often like roasted, and it's kind of like a bit more savory. And it's that was when you asked me to be in the show, I was sort of thinking like, okay, well, where can I get find breadfruit? But I wasn't sure really if there's a lot of places. I don't know if it's prepared in restaurants here or anything like that, but yeah, it's definitely an acquired taste, and I didn't like it very much as a kid, and then I just one day kind of loved it. But
yeah. Oh yeah, so cool. Yeah, I when again, like I worked on a cruise ship and I went to so many different islands. It was so interesting. Like this island has like this thing. This island has this thing. Like I was in Saint Martin. And like they are like French, not colony, part of France, and then part of Holland. So like there's like a border, like national border within an island, and they use euro there. So I had to get some euro in Caribbean, and then like speaking French and speaking Dutch, and like Caribbean's like so cool, like so many things from so many different places, just like jam packed in like different islands.
Yeah, for sure. It's a place that's very culturally rich and diverse, but there's also some very like obvious like commonalities and that sort of thing. And a lot of these things have to do too with like the different colonizations over the centuries and stuff like that. St. Vincent's interesting because it's like a mixture of like it was up until the 70s, it was like an English colony or whatever, British territory. So your parents were British citizens for a long time. But there's there's a lot of like French. There are like a lot of French. Like a lot of place names are just sort of very French. Like the island is on an active volcano.
Wow!
Yeah, the volcano is called La Soufrière, which means
that's a French word
for volcano. Yeah, it just means. And yeah, I mean, its proximity to like Latin America, to South America, also I think provides it with a little bit more of a. There's probably a little bit more of a Latin American sort of like musical and cultural sort of stuff going on as well too. Some of this is speculating, but yeah, it's a mishmash.
Yeah. Oh, so cool. And then today, I thought I knew lots of Caribbean food, but today I actually having this for the very first time. So tell us what it is, Brendan.
Absolutely. So since I couldn't really find breadfruit to get Ayaka, what I decided was to sort of broaden my criterion for what I was going to include as the food that my parents grew up with. And this is actually Trinidadian, but that's close by to St. Vincent. This is doubles, which I absolutely love. They're so great. They're like effectively like a chickpea sandwich. It's like fried dough and curried chickpeas and stuff like that in the middle, and you eat it and it's delicious and it's greasy and it's so good. And
it's greasy. It's pretty greasy. I just wanted to make it pretty and put parsley. Maybe that's not appropriate. Who knows? Yeah. Becky Johnson saying it's a volcano called Suffering. This place is
No, La Soufrière. So La Soufrière, I guess, would be in French. Soufrière. So means the volcano in French, I believe. Unless there's another word in French for volcano, like volcan or something like that.
Yeah, cool. So I'm going to start cutting up and then making sushi. So let's do this. Let's make sushi with doubles, and I'm gonna eat it. Yeah. So Brandon, how was your like growing up, like in your household, or like your parents cooking food, like Caribbean food, like growing up, or like what was it like?
Yeah, it was like a mixture. So my mom's been here since she was like 15.
Okay.
And I don't know how long my dad was here. I don't know what age he was when he came here, but but it was always like a mixture. So my mom would definitely cook the odd like West Indian dish, like I don't know if you've ever heard of palau before.
Palau? Is that
palau.
The balls? Not the balls?
No, that's different. So the other, well, you're referring to another dish, the pilores, I think. Palau is so it's like a dish with like it's like a I don't really know how to say it, but it's like rice and like chicken and peas and stuff like that cooked as like its own sort of like big dish in itself. Different islands pronounce it differently. I know people from Trinidad. The couple times I've heard people from Trinidad pronounce it, they say palau.
Oh, it's very different. Yeah.
Yeah, right? I think it varies from place to place, but so she'd make like stuff like palau. She'd make like she'd boil bananas and stuff like that, make fried plantain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I say that's also an interesting Caribbean thing is most West Indian people I know say plantain, even though it's like a plantain. So whenever, like, just one day I heard someone say plantain, I was like, what the hell is that? Yeah, so she makes some of that, but then she also, by virtue of coming of age here in Toronto, she also, just sort of made kind of very typical, kind of generic, kind of like, middle class Canadian dishes sort of deal. So, which are great. So she, made a lot of lasagna, a lot of spaghetti, a lot of shepherd's pie. So typical, it's a mixture.
Yeah.
My grandma would do a lot of like West Indian cooking because she obviously spent more of her life there than my mom did.
Yeah. Your grandma is in Canada?
Yeah, my grandma, so my grandma moved here back in like the 60s or 70s.
Oh, so like when your mom came, like the whole family.
Yeah, she moved here first and then worked for a couple of years and then brought her 5 kids over one by one.
5 kids! Wow.
5 kids. Yeah. And and then basically, and that's its own like story. That's its own long chronicle.
Was it like a common thing to move to Canada back then, especially like there's like a British tie or?
Yeah, I mean, I think at the time, and I'm going to get like the dates and specificity wrong, but I know at the time there was like, I think there was, that was also around the time she came here is around the time when Pierre-Elliott Trudeau was prime minister and had it sort of made it a little bit easier, I think, for people to immigrate. But there was some sort of not stipulation or whatever. There's some sort of governmental program whereby I think like women from the West Indies or maybe even just like women from other places in the world could immigrate here, but they'd have to immigrate as housekeepers or something like that.
Okay.
Some sort of thing, like,
caregivers, maybe. Caregivers, like nannies or.
Yeah. So and the reason she immigrated was because like her husband passed away really early into her. So my mom was 5 when her father passed away. So I'll give you my entire story. But she and she couldn't. It was like tough to make a living as a single mom and single, so she moved over here and then moved her kids over one by one, kind of gradually when she was able to kind of like get on financial footing. And then I took some improv classes 40 years later or something like that.
40 years later taking focus. Yeah. Wow. So like many people like migrated to Canada or like maybe America as well. I don't know. But from Caribbean, and now like there are many people from Caribbean here. Yeah. When I went there, not the St. Vincent Island, but like different islands, I could see like there's so many like tourists and I don't know, people's lives seem very, how do you say, basic. I don't know how to say it. Many people don't have money is what I saw. And but people seem like happy. Like I don't know, like I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna learn so much from those people is how I like genuinely felt, because like they don't have many things. Like I saw like houses that's not houses. It's like they live in I don't know, they made their own place like a shelter. But like people smiling, like taxi drivers always like, oh yeah, like singing and driving, like I don't know what it is, but like people in Caribbean like has that like happy vibe always is how I felt. Is that the thing? Is that a thing?
I guess. I mean, I think because there's a lot of like there is like poverty and stuff in the Caribbean, but there's also like I think it varies as with any sort of society. I think, but the common thing that I hear is that like people in like places like the Caribbean and stuff like that, people are like friendly and I guess the proximity to like the ocean and sunshine and stuff like that, and the culture is a lot more people are, there's a lot more openness and fun or whatever in the culture. That's absolutely true. I mean, I think coming from the inside a little bit, I mostly know my family, and they're just kind of like, they're just kind of, this is the weird thing to say, but they're kind of, just sort of like sleepy Canadian wasps a little bit, and I don't know how much of that is just sort of acclimating to here and to a bit more of a closed off place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, definitely anytime, I've seen my mom go back or like see her friends from back home and stuff like that. She's definitely a different person, a lot more fun. And I think also like, when your life, not to make grand assumptions or whatever or presumptions, but I feel like when your life is sort of like when you're able to survive on like a particular standard of life, and there's no sort of like there's no wild social variance or whatever, it's probably easier, I imagine, to sort of like be happier, I suppose, or like, like in the sense like here, I feel like there's so much being here. I feel like there's so much that I like have to aspire towards. Like there's in a sense there's like, there's fame or like wild success that I have to, aspire towards. Whereas I feel like in the Caribbean, there's like less of that sort of expectation and sort of like survival and, enjoying life and, trying to be happy and spending time with people that you love and stuff like that. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. Very, I just had that like happy vibe from like everyone. So I was like, oh, that's a really cool thing. Really cool thing. Yeah. I cut the double.
Whoa.
I shouldn't cut it. Just
no, please, yeah.
The bread it's different than like any bread that I know. Tell me more about this bread part.
Yeah, so that's like fried dough.
Yeah, fried dough.
Yeah, there's a lot of like fried dough in like particular like West Indian food, and I guess like Lower Antilles. That in particular, like doubles are Trinidadian, and they're both like a street snack food and also like a breakfast food sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like dough. It might be dough mixed with something else. I know with like Galore, it's like dough and like split pea, like a split pea kind of meal sort of deal, fried up together. But it's like, it's nice. It's nice and like, it's got a nice different quality.
Yeah, it's very like dense, I guess. Like it was hard to cut and like, but spongy and oily, greasy. Oh, my type of thing. Oh, so good. And then the peas, chickpeas are in this paste. Is that like a curry?
Curry. Yeah. Yeah, chickpeas in like a curry paste. It's it's really great.
Okay. I can't wait because curry goes very well with rice. So it's like guaranteed it's gonna be good. And they gave me some sauce as well. So maybe I'm gonna show you like these two packages of sauce. I believe this is hot sauce. This is chutney or
type of chutney.
Hot sauce. You like spicy food, Brandon?
I absolutely love spicy food. It's my favorite. Even if I can't ultimately taste the food at the end of it, I just love it. It's like I feel like I'm living on the edge.
Yeah, spicy is like more than a taste. It's like a sensation to me. And like very often, like I don't know, Thai food or Korean food, like when things are really spicy, like I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sweating and like I'm like focusing on just like finishing the meal, and I shouldn't. But I realized lots of Caribbean hot sauce, especially I'm a big fan of Trinidad hot sauce. They use the Scotch bonnet, and it's so tasty. there's like a lot more than just like being spicy. I love Caribbean hot sauce.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Do you have like a specific hot sauce you like, or like
Specific hot sauce.
you like sriracha? Do you like Tabasco? Do you have like all those
Oh,
like
yeah.
Caribbean things?
I like sriracha. I love it. What are the well? Okay, there were a couple brands that my mom used to get every so often.
Oh, I need to know.
There was one called Erica's, and I think I met Erica once.
What? The
I was
person
in-
that makes the hot sauce.
So the last time I was in St. Vincent, we went to this like party at a like second or third cousin of ours house, and he was like rich. Like we got there and he was like rich, and I was like, "What? There's a rich person in our family?" And he had there the prime minister of the country was there, and
What?
this woman. They kept us really like saying Erica or whatever, something like that, and then there were bottles of like hot sauce and her face was on them, and then I'd see in grocery stores like Erica's hot sauce. So
Wow.
Erica's hot sauce. And there's also a really funny one. I don't know if it's like for sure West Indian or if it's like an imitation, but it's called hot faso.
Hot faso.
Hot faso, like hot for so, but in West Indian, just sort of imitating sort of like generic West Indian sort of thing. Hot faso. Trying to find it.
Hot faso. And then like, how spicy are they? Like Caribbean spicy is like kind of spicy.
Yes, very spicy. Yeah, like it's spicy to the point where it's just sort of like your tongue is on fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's addictive. Spicy food is so addictive. In Japan we don't have many like spicy things. A little bit, just a little bit, but like not many people like immune to it. Like not many people can eat like lots of spicy food. But yeah, since I moved to Canada and like there are a lot more like cuisine here and like more authentic things, like like more authentic Jamaican food, more authentic like whatever, like all those like spicy things. And yeah, I think I'm getting immune to it.
That's what happens is you get acclimated. Is it something that you generally like, spicy stuff? And what's your threshold? Like what's the hottest thing you've ever had?
Well, I think hottest thing I've ever had, that's hard to say because before when I couldn't really eat spicy food. Probably like a medium spicy Thai food was like, oh my God, this is the most spicy thing I have ever had. And then now like I can have more. Mindset wise, I can have like spicy, like, that Trinidad, the hot sauce from Trinidad, like I could have like a spoonful and like, oh my God, this is so spicy, but it's good. But my body won't take it.
Sure. Yeah. It's a lot.
I'll suffer the next day.
Right.
Yeah, mine wise, like I love it. Yeah. Do you put hot sauce on everything? Are you that person?
Almost everything. Yeah. I don't tend to like make a lot of food at home because I really cultivated some bad habits when I was living out of town for a few months, storing food. But yeah, if I ever have any food that I make at home or anything like that, I usually will crack out the hot sauce. I'll put it on quiche. I'll put it on
quiche.
on rice. Yeah, I love it. It's great. It gives everything a kick.
Yeah. You need a kick in your life. Okay, so I rolled it, and I'm like very scary. I'm scared to open the hot sauce because like anything I touch from now on, I shouldn't touch my eyes.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I'm just being careful. But here is the roll. So Brandon, introduce us how you want to call this roll.
Oh my God! Oh, that looks so good. Oh my gosh, what do we call it? The simplest name would be like the double roll or the roll.
Double roll.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh, amazing. That looks so good, Ayaka.
It looks so pretty because it's so like the bread and the chickpea roll. They are so like bright yellow. Yeah.
Almost looks like a yam roll from here.
Yeah. Does. Okay. I'm gonna try it though. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
this.
Yes,
Do
so
you
impressed.
have soy sauce in Caribbean? I don't think I saw it when I was there.
Oh, I'm sure there must be. Because there's definitely, I think it's less of a because I think it depends on where you are in the Caribbean, and I think because there's like it is a pretty multi-ethnic place, so there's like a big and like a lot of Caribbean cuisine, certainly like Lesser Antilles, and certainly like Trinidad is like very South Asian influenced cuisine. So like,
Oh.
yeah, so like roti is of course originally South Asian and stuff
Right.
like that. But there's also like a lot of like East Asian cuisine and stuff like that. I think especially even like in Jamaica, there's a lot more of a like fusion between like types of cultural cuisines to make the sort of rural Jamaican cuisine. So there probably would be soy sauce. I don't see that as I don't see what that would be necessarily missing. I just didn't have very much of it growing up.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna mix them. So yeah, it's gonna be the real authentic Japanese Caribbean.
Yes.
So yes, I'm a little bit scared of the hot sauce, but I'm gonna go for it.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to put like drops of this, I guess, in one of the rolls. I hope that's enough. We'll see. Now, do you see it's like a little orange now instead of yellow? Okay, and then I'm gonna just put a little bit of soy sauce and I'm gonna eat it. And Sean, would you be able to put drum rolls so no one has to hear my chewing noise, please? Thank you. Okay, itadakimasu. Itadakimasu. It's so good.
Oh, great.
Double eagle. Wow. It's so good.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I knew it. Curry would not go well with rice. Yeah. So good. And the spicy sauce, so good. Doubles are vegan too. I guess it is chickpeas, and yeah, I don't see any meat in here. I guess.
Yeah, I guess. And like, yeah, you can make like a vegan curry and stuff like that. And the dough. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I feel the spicy now.
How? Oh, it's a lot. Do you have like sugar? I'm sorry.
Ooh, that's spicy. Oh my god, this sauce is so good. It's so tasty. The Scotch bonnet taste, it's so good. I want to just chug it. It's that tasty, but I can't. It's the dilemma, hot sauce dilemma.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's spicy, but it's so good. Wow, double. Wait, double roll.
I give you double the names for the doubles.
Yeah, that's great. Briana, I wish you could have it. I'm sorry, I'm just eating it and you're not eating it.
Oh, that's okay. I'm drinking this cold Starbucks coffee, so it's the same.
It's the same. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah. I miss traveling. Oh, just talking to you made me want to just travel.
I know. Well, we should go. We should go somewhere and do something once this is all over. But we should also just hang out anyway beforehand.
Yeah, we should anytime. Yeah, hot. Big pieces, hot. It is. Yeah, I still feel it. Yeah, but it's so tasty. I want to eat more. I want to travel. I miss you.
Oh, I miss you too.
It's everything. One more thing, just a quick. This is another thing that you told me that maybe I can get. So I did.
Yeah.
So tell us more.
So that's Polore.
Polore.
Yeah, Pholourie. Polore.
And it's made of
That's also fried dough and like split pea meal sort of thing, and just sort of fried up and then usually dipped in like a chutney, like a type of chutney. That's what.
So yeah, the other sauce. But you know what? I bet it's really, really good with hot sauce. So I'm gonna dip in both and then have a bite.
Please.
Interesting texture.
Yeah.
And also very hot.
I got you again. Oh no. Oh no.
So tasty but so hot. Yes, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, so tasty but so hot. Yeah. Okay. So I tried 2 new things today. And thank you so much for introducing me to Saint Vincent and the
Grenadines.
Yeah. Oh, Grenadines. Yes. Oh, new place, new food, new knowledge for me. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me on. And that looked amazing. And I can't wait to force you to make that for me one day.
Yes, we'll do it in person one day. Okay, so this has been Ayaka's Kitchen, and here's the donation link: baddogtheater.com/Ayaka's-kitchen. Please donate and keep the shows running because Bad Dog is doing so much for the community and the world now because it's online. Oh my gosh, it's spicy. Okay. And Bad Dog is doing great job. And then Seann, behind the scenes, Seann is doing all the sound and text. So thank you, Seann. And Brandon, thank you. Oh my God, it's spicy. I said too much. Too much sauce.
Thank you
so
very much.
Thank you for introducing me to this delicious thing. And yeah, double is not that expensive, so maybe I'm gonna just go grab it as a snack from now on when I don't need a whole roti, you know.
Oh yeah,
that's great. Sure. Yes, thank you, Brandon. I'm gonna drink some milk.